In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to fit LED lights in a bedroom. I'm going to show you what issues I ran into, how I fixed them, so when you come to setting your LEDs up, it's going to be simple and easy. With the LED light strips, you're able to create lots of different scenes and moods within your room using the different coloured lights. And it's something my daughter's been asking for in her room for a little while, so I hope she's going to be happy with the result. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is some LED light strips. I picked up the Govee RGB LED light strips. This is 15 meters in length and I've already measured the room, and this should be enough to cover the ceiling and down one wall, which is the effect that I want to do. The good thing about these lights is that they can be controlled by an app, but they can also be controlled by Alexa. So all you have to do once you've installed the lights, if you have an Alexa, then you just add the Govee skill in the Alexa app, and then you'll also be able to control the lights using your voice. So what's inside the box? So in the box you get some instructions. We're not going to use those unless we absolutely have to. We also get the reel itself. We get the controller that sticks to the wall. This has the power, the colour and the brightness. The last piece in the box, which is the plug. This just simply goes in here like that. And there we have our LEDs. I did also pick these up, and these are just for corners. You can lift that, put your LEDs in there, and then you can just push that down. There's no soldering required. This is a really nice, easy way to do it. I will leave a link for both the lights and the connectors in the description if you want to check any of them out. So now that we have our lights and our connector, the first thing we're going to want to do is to prep the wall. And this just involves making sure that it is all clean and dust-free. You can also use alcohol wipes if you want to around where you plan on placing the LEDs. This will just stop any dust from gathering behind them and help them to adhere better to your wall. So now that we've got everything that we need, let's go and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is to just find a socket. So we're going to go for this one here because it is close enough to the wall where I want to start running the LEDs. I'm going to pull this wire and have this hopefully reach. That way I can hide the wires behind the bed, and also the controller will be near the bed, so if it's nighttime you don't have too far to go to switch the LEDs off. Now that we've found our socket and we know where we're starting, what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure from the top of the wall to try and find an area on the LED strip that I can cut. Now on some LEDs you will see a picture of some scissors. This means that this is the area where you cut. This one doesn't seem to have that for some reason. But the place you want to cut them is on these 4 pins that are flat. Just take care to try and cut straight down the middle of the 4 pins, just so you don't potentially damage the rest of the strip. So I've measured where the ceiling is. I've found the closest cut area I can to that. I've brought the remainder down the wall and to the side of the bed. Now I'm going to add my corner clip. For this, you just simply want to unclip the white clasps. Then you just want to slide in the LEDs and line them up as best you can to the 4 pins. This one did not seem to fit brilliantly, but I did test it after connecting both sides to the corner connector, and the LED strips work with no problem. So now we're on to fitting the lights. For this, just take care, remove some of the backing tape at a time, and just slowly make your way around the room. You want to avoid removing too much tape because you don't want the strip to start getting stuck together and causing all sorts of issues. If you just take your time with it and slowly go around the room, and just be careful to try and keep it sort of level where you want it to be throughout your room. I've chose to put mine on the side wall instead of the ceiling. This is just because it'll be able to handle the corners a lot better. If I was going to put this on the ceiling facing down, then I'd run into an issue every time I came to a corner. I didn't really want to do that. And to make life much simpler and to make this process so much easier, I would recommend just going around the top of the wall, but having it on the actual wall rather than the ceiling. One other thing to mention is while fitting, you want to avoid having any of the components on a corner. So try as best you can that the LED strip doesn't have any components when you push it into the corner, because you don't want to damage any of these components, and when it comes time to switch the lights on, it just doesn't work. So try your best just to have a plain area of the LED strips in the corner and just have the components off to the sides. Once you're happy with the LED placements, it is time to switch the LEDs on. Hopefully they will all still be working if everything's gone well. And you will notice that the LEDs are flashing and not staying on constant. And this is because we need to download the Govee app. Once you've downloaded the app and logged in, it's really easy to add a device. Once the lights are added, you will notice that they will go a solid color. You are then able to make adjustments in the app where you can choose different colors, different brightness, warm white, cool white, and just have a play around with it. Find what works best for you. Once the Govee app is set up, you can then go into the Alexa app. You can add the Govee skill, and if it's not already appeared, you can search for devices where you will find the LED strip light. You're able to call this whatever you like. This just makes it easier when you're asking Alexa for something, so you're not reading off what seems to be a full serial number. I just simply called it lights and set it up in my daughter's room because there's no other smart lighting in there, and it's just the easiest way to do it. Now that that's set up in the Alexa app, you're able to do an extra step if you would like to. So I thought it would be quite fun if when my daughter walks into her bedroom and it's nighttime, that the LEDs just automatically come on. So to do this, I've hid a motion sensor behind her TV. The reason for that is that it's not going to get any motion from when she's sat in her bedroom, but when she first walks into the room, that's going to trigger and it's going to turn the lights on. And then when she's in bed at nighttime, she's able to either ask Alexa to turn the lights off, or she can just press the button right next to her bed. This is just an added step that I decided to do. It's not necessary, but it is just an idea if it's something that you would be interested in. So if you plan on fitting some LEDs, please let me know how you get on with them in the comments. If you found this video useful in any way, then please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, just so more people will get to see this video. If you are interested in smart lighting and home automations, then check out my smart home tour. That video is here. Until next time, thanks for watching.